The African National Congress is holding a dialogue on the economy and the COVID-19 pandemic. The discussion will include insights from the South African United Business Confederation. It comes at a time when the country's economy, of course, is continuing to suffer. President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to speak. For more on this one, Govan Whittles, our reporter, following it. So, Govan, it's supposed to start. Just take us through what's the aim of this discussion and what the ANC is hoping to achieve.
Yeah, Shahan, so the discussion should get underway shortly, and it's billed as an ANC event, which is being facilitated by the ANC's Progressive Business Forum. And what we have here is the top 6 leadership of the ANC addressing representatives from black business, as they call it, around the reconstruction, renewal, and obviously the unity of the ANC, but also what to do about the economy. And this is really an ANC event, so we expect the president to speak in his capacity as ANC president and outline how the party believes the economy should be revived and which steps need to be taken urgently. This is interesting, Shahan, because what will happen is that the top 6 of the ANC will engage in a Q&A session with a number of black business leaders where a few relevant questions about the state of the economy currently and some of the economic interventions will be posed, not only to the other top 6 members but to the president specifically. So that should generate some new information about the ANC's political strategy going forward. But then, of course, we'll also have a prepared address by Cyril Ramaphosa when the event kicks off. That Q&A and panel discussion will follow that prepared address, which should happen in a few moments. Shahan.
Yeah, and how does the ANC's discussion and approach to COVID-19 actually play out in government?
Well, the ANC's deployed all of the ministers, arguably the president, to the government, and the National Command Council for the Coronavirus is made up of ANC deployees, essentially. And when they have their weekly National Working Committee or top 6 meeting on a Monday, their strategies for responding to the coronavirus are always planned there. And the government is supposed to reflect the implementation of the ANC's economic policy. So what the ANC decides should happen with the economy is supposed to be what the government then implements. So when the ANC discusses what it wants to do with the economy and reviews decisions taken by the government, it's usually very important because it gives us some insight into whether or not the ANC is in charge of the government and whether or not its decisions and its policies are finding expression in government policy.
Yeah, and business leaders who will be at this event will also have questions for the president. The business input, the sector actually in particular, many different concerns from businesses about how government has handled the situation. Are we expecting to get any challenges in this panel?
Well, we'll definitely get some feedback from the Confederation of Businesses, and the ANC has described them as representatives of black business in South Africa. So we'll get some feedback on how they believe the government not only found people to bring in some of the stuff that was required to fight the coronavirus pandemic, but how the government approached businesses during this national state of disaster. Whether or not he'll be pointing out the things the government got wrong and what the major challenges are for the black business sector in particular at the moment remains to be seen. As I said, the event is only due to start in a few moments.
All right, Govan Whittles, thanks for that.